Hi, I'm Auto Alex and you're watching That Guy in the Firebird.
In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the coolest automotive innovation of all time, pop-up headlights. I'm Stuart McLachlan, but you can call me That Guy in the Firebird. Let's get to it. Just like many other sporty cars from the 70s and onwards, this one is equipped with pop-up headlights. It's a 2002 Pontiac Firebird. And as much as I love this feature, it's not without its problems. Let me explain. So as you can see, when the headlight doors open, it reveals the two individual headlights. The outermost one, which is currently switched on, is the low beam, and the other one is the high beam. Now if you look very carefully at the high beam, you'll see it's full of water. These are supposed to be sealed units, so how that water has got in there I don't know, but we're going to have to change it. I haven't actually used the high beams for a while, but I suspect if I did they would probably blow, because cold water hitting a very hot bulb is going to cause problems for you, possibly even shatter the glass. So we really need to change it. Unlike many headlights where you change the bulb, this has to be changed as a complete unit. It's sealed. Well, I've now cut the power to the headlights so that we can work on them safely and allow them to cool down. I did a bit of digging, and although all four of these look identical, you do have two different types for high and low beam. The high beam is an H701 and the low beam is an H703. It's really important not to mix them up, because although they look the same, they have different beam patterns and levels of brightness. The first part of the procedure is quite straightforward. We need to take this plastic shroud away. It's held on by 3 Phillips screws, so let's get that off. Now, I've learnt the hard way, when you're removing any kind of fixing from a car, keep it safe. You will need it later. That's the first screw off. Here comes the second. And the final screw. And then you'll see that the shroud just simply pulls away. Keep that somewhere safe. And now you can see there is another shroud just here. This one is metal, which is covering the glass headlight unit itself. We need to take that off next, and it's held on with hex screws, so we need a different screwdriver. It's worth investing in something like this, a very basic kit for small little jobs such as this. Now you don't have to spend lots of money. Something simple will do. When it comes to fixing your own car, I've got to say, more often than not, all you're really doing is just unscrewing, untightening, unbolting things, taking broken things off and replacing them with things that work. Yes, it can of course get more complicated than that, but there are so many things which are well within the scope of a DIY mechanic. It's really not that complicated, especially on older cars. I mean, yeah, things are getting ridiculously complicated now, but something like this you can quite easily do yourself without having to pay expensive labour charges. Okay, final screw is coming out. And there we have it. So there's our shroud. My goodness. This has seen better days. Okay. It's just completely flaky. All of the coating has come away. That's not good. Okay. I'm now going to undo the connector. How interesting. This does not appear to be a sealed unit. Yeah, you do not want that in your headlights. Wow, look at the state of it. Well, that's interesting, because I was led to believe that these were sealed units and you couldn't simply replace the bulb. That doesn't seem to be the case here. Whether this is something for a different vehicle that has been put on, I don't know. Here's our new headlight. Fortunately, when I bought this car, the guy that was selling it gave me a bag full of these headlight units. And they've just been tucked away in my garage for a number of years now. But I'm glad I did accept them, because these are really expensive. Not like normal headlights. That's what it should look like. Quite a difference. Water can be so destructive, can't it? Now, a problem I have is that this connector is not going to work with this. It looks similar, but it's not. So I think what I'm going to do is cut this connector off and then re-terminate using spade terminals. Although I think pop-up headlights are the greatest thing ever, they can be a pain, to be honest, when they go wrong. As you can see, something as simple as fixing a headlight isn't always straightforward. One of the reasons why you just don't see these on modern vehicles is that there's just too much that can go wrong. The gears inside the mechanism for this unit are made of cheap plastic, and what happens is over time the cogs start to wear out to the point where they don't make sufficient contact. And then you have issues with headlight doors not opening or staying open. You might have one open and the other stay closed. When the headlights are on, it does affect the aerodynamics of the vehicle. And as we push for a future with cars becoming safer and safer, you'll notice on newer cars that there aren't any sharp edges, and that's deliberate. I mean, just imagine being hit by this car with the headlights open. I'm really not sure how many views this video is likely to get, because I realise it's quite a specific thing that I'm doing. Much of this will apply to other vehicles with pop-up headlights. It may be that you're watching this because you have a car like this, or very similar, and you're experiencing the same issues. Okay, all screwed back together. Let's see if it works. More like it. Well, that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this entertaining, perhaps even helpful. And if you're watching this years after I posted it, hello from the past. How's the future, by the way? Are we flying around in flying cars yet? Anyway, as Jack Black once said,
we've got some rocking to do.
Absolutely. See you later.